As a child, all I was ever really interested in was television and film. You know, the entertainment industry is definitely a jungle. It's unforgiving. Definitely had some serious bouts of depression. I've struggled with substance abuse, and sometimes it really, helps an actor and helps performance if he's got some demons. And I definitely do.
Welcome to Stories of Rebirth, where every story marks a new beginning. On this episode, we discover how Jesse Metcalfe overcame his hurdles to achieve his milestones in life. This is the story of Jesse Metcalfe.
Okay, I'm Jesse Metcalfe. I'm an actor, producer, musician. Been in the industry for 25 years. Probably best known for the iconic television series Desperate Housewives and a movie I did called John Tucker Must Die. But I've been lucky enough to share the screen with, Michael Douglas, Sylvester Stallone, some pretty big actors. And, I'm very passionate about what I do. I love playing interesting characters and telling stories, and I love to play music. I don't know if there was a specific moment when I decided to become an actor, but as a child, all I was ever really interested in was television and film. And when it came time to graduate high school and apply to college, the only college I applied to was New York University, the Tisch School of the Arts for film and television. And I was lucky enough to get in. And I studied writing, directing, cinematography. And as part of that major, I was required to take a couple acting classes. And I guess you could say maybe this was the defining moment. In this one particular acting class, we had to do this exercise where we walked around a chair and said the same line over and over again. We had to imagine somebody in that chair. And I imagined my father in that chair, who I, at that time, had been estranged from. And some emotion came out of me, anger, tears, and I liked how that felt, to be able to access and express emotion in the moment like that, to be able to control it. And that's kind of when I got the acting bug. So acting can be incredibly cathartic and therapeutic, absolutely. And that's one of the things I love about it. You can really use a role to exercise your demons, if you will. And sometimes it really, helps an actor and helps performance if he's got some demons. And I definitely do. I'd say one of the high points in my career, I mean, obviously I told you that I'm best known for this movie, John Tucker Must Die, which was critically panned at the time, but has sort of stood the test of time as a teen comedy sort of cult classic, and has been passed down through the generations. And there's actually rumor that there's going to be a sequel, so I'm excited about that possibility. But I mean, I'd say probably starring opposite Michael Douglas was a great thrill in my career. I was a big fan of his growing up. He did some iconic films that I really loved. To get to share the screen with him and star opposite him was a major highlight of my career. Yes, the entertainment industry is definitely a jungle. It's unforgiving, that's for sure. Comes with a lot of rejection, so you have to, if you're going to have longevity in this business, find a way to deal with that rejection. And for me, it's been about not allowing the entertainment industry and the outside world to define me, but to define myself. So I think probably over the last 3 years, I've definitely been on a spiritual journey, a spiritual awakening, really. I've definitely incorporated a lot more meditation into my daily life. It's really become a practice, because I think there's a lot of distractions out there, not only with the entertainment industry, but with technology. And you have to stay connected. connected to your humanity, your empathy. That's very important for an artist. You can't get too caught up in the material world, because that's not where your art comes from. It comes from your soul, and you got to make sure that you're nourishing your soul and keeping your soul and your spirit intact. Well, I would say the biggest challenge I've had in my own life is between my ears, in my own mind. I've definitely struggled with mental health through the course of my life. Definitely had some serious bouts of depression. I've struggled with substance abuse, which I think was a product of my mental health issues. So I think that's why, having a spiritual center in my life is so important. And that's why I love the brand Buddha to Buddha. I mean, I just love the spiritual ethos and origin of the brand. I mean, obviously, the jewelry's amazing, and I think people probably wear jewelry as a status thing, a status symbol. But to know that, there's a spiritual foundation behind the craftsmanship of this jewelry and behind the brand, that the brand wants to do good out there in the world, I think is one of the things that attracted me to the brand and makes me want to wear it. Look, I'm definitely a firm believer in manifesting. That's certainly part of my meditation practice, always trying to manifest. For me, it's about staying inspired, staying in the right place up here in order to create. And I'm always creating, I'm always writing, I'm always playing guitar, I'm always putting everything I have into my TV and film projects. I almost don't even feel alive unless I'm creating. It's borders on an obsession. So it definitely is important to maintain a balance in my life, because you got to stay mentally fit, and that's kind of what it's about. It's about striking the right balance. Where will I be in 10 years? I mean, hopefully I'll continue to have a successful acting career. Hopefully I'll be more established as a television and film producer. Hopefully I'll finally put out my first album that I've been sort of procrastinating on for maybe the past 2 decades. But most importantly, hopefully I'm happy. That's really what it's all about.